A new story from Page Six says that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reportedly reducing staff to save money. What my source exclusively tells us about household turnover.
All right, let's get into this, because this new Page 6 story about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reportedly cutting staff to save money has everyone talking. And honestly, this isn't just another PR reshuffle or restructuring headline. This feels like a real shift in how the Sussexes are managing their empire, and possibly a glimpse into some serious behind-the-scenes turmoil. So here's the tea. Over the weekend, Page 6 dropped a bombshell report saying Harry and Meghan have cut ties with their comms team as part of an effort to tighten the purse strings.
Reported that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reducing their staff to save money. And I have the story right here. So let's go over it. And after that, I want to read you some exclusive quotes that I have from somebody that worked with Harry and Meghan that tell us that even these numbers don't match up. Even these numbers don't quite capture Page Six's, don't quite capture the truth behind the turnover, the body count, as Maureen Callahan and I sometimes call it, of former Sussex employees, the Sussex Survivors Club, as they're known. So let's just take a look at this Page 6 story here. It says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have cut ties with their comms team as they focus on saving money. Page Six is told just last month it was revealed the renegade royals had parted ways with six more employees, including their two in-house reps. Now we're told the tally of staff the couple has lost or let go since they quit as working royals back in 2020 is up to 25, with some departures not yet publicized. And my source says that doesn't even begin to describe the amount of turnover that's actually happening within the house. Yes, I've mentioned this here or there, but I've got the actual quotes in today's video for you. We're going to take a deep dive into what it's like to work for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The Sussex's Netflix deal, reported to be worth 100 million, though sources say it's actually closer to 20 million, is also up this year. It's the same old story. They cycle through staff as quickly as normal people cycle through toilet paper. Oof. Milk lasts longer than their employees, said one royal source. The couple had a hit with their Harry and Meghan docuseries and household tips show with Love Meghan. Oh my God, prove that. There is no question that the Harry and Meghan docuseries was analytically a success. But analytically, I don't think With Love Meghan was a success. If you are judging based on how many TikTok parodies were created, sure. But I don't feel like the return on investment is there for TikTok parodies. But less attention was paid to Heart of Invictus and Polo. What about Live to Lead, Page Six? Let's just completely ignore that existence, right? However, the streamer is now prioritizing first look deals rather than overall exclusive contracts, which means they could resign for significantly less money than their current deal, we're told. This could prove a headache for the couple, who has a heap of expenses, from traveling to an annual security bill believed to be around 2 million. It cost Prince Harry like 2 million to go after the government for his UK security, at least. That's money he could be using towards at-home security. As Page Six revealed, they splashed out 14.65 million on their home after moving to the United States. It's now believed to be worth around 27 million. Well, I'd say that's a good investment. Deeds show they took out a $9.5 million mortgage to be paid plus interest by the year 2050, indicating they put down a $5 million deposit. They also have to pay a huge yearly property tax of $288,000. That's quite the commitment Prince Harry made to that home. They also foot the bill for their staff and communications alongside their personal office, the Archwell Foundation, production, as well as employees at their estate in Montecito, California. We're told the Sussexes have also to pay for, oh, I didn't realize this. This does surprise me. Page Six claims that the Sussexes have to pay for a portion of their faux foreign tours, which have seen them visit Nigeria and Colombia. Part of the perks I really thought of them doing those tours was that it was all taken care of by the government. But page 6 says that they do have to pay for some of those expenses. So that's interesting to find out.
Apparently, they've let go of several key staff members, including both of their in-house representatives. And get this, the outlet claims that since quitting royal duties in 2020, the couple has lost or fired 25 employees. That's 25. But according to Kinsey Schofield's source, someone who actually worked with the Sussexes, that number is way higher when you include household staff.
Harry and Meghan have now lost hardworking Kyle Boulia, their Los Angeles-based deputy press secretary. Who needs a press secretary when you're just an unemployed prince? I ask you this. Charlie Gibson, who had been serving as the couple's European communications director. They also lost Jisha Tank, Archwell's director of communications, and Leanne Cashin, formerly head of operations at Archwell. Markle's social media manager and a personal assistant who have not been named have also departed. Meredith Maines remains the couple's chief communications officer after coming on board in February after their last PR boss, Ashley Hinson, left to start her own consultancy firm. The only other in-house rep is Emily Robinson, who ironically worked on the Netflix royal drama The Crown. Maines has also hired a team from Method Communications to help. As the Duke and Duchess's business and philanthropic interests grow, I mean, I rarely hear about those, I have made the strategic decision to move towards a more traditional communication structure of specialists agency support, said Maines in a statement. Transitioning from a team of 2 to an agency support staff of 8, operating across 5 different time zones, will give international media and stakeholders better access and, critically, faster response times to inquiries. In a financial sense, it's cheaper to employ a PR firm as opposed to having full-time staff, said an industry expert. There have, of course, been reports that Harry and Meghan are not exactly the easiest to work with. What a delicate way of saying that Harry and Meghan are reportedly a pain in the ass. Insiders tell us that the couple I think, but it's specifically Prince Harry, but it says insiders told us that the couple was infuriated and upset by an unflattering Vanity Fair cover story in January, which claimed Markle would be cold and withholding to staffers. At the drop of a dime, if something went poorly, it was really, really, really awful. Very painful, an unnamed staff member who worked with Markle on media projects alleged. As another said, she would throw employees to the wolves. It was unfair. What could their staff truly do about it? Said a source in the know to Vanity Fair. These sources were anonymous and things could not be refuted. The Sussexes were also unhappy with a Hollywood Reporter expose last September, which claimed that everyone's terrified of Meghan regarding her staff. A source added, she belittles people. She doesn't take advice. They're both poor decision makers. They change their minds frequently. Harry is a very, very charming person, no airs at all. But he's very much an enabler, and she's just terrible. Man, that it's like 6 months later, and no one's changed anyone's minds, whether it's the Vanity Fair story, which came out earlier this year, or that Hollywood Reporter story that came out late last year. Multiple sources told Page 6 that Harry was furious at the story and desperate to protect his wife, pushing his staff to work on an Us Weekly cover story, quoting former staffers, saying that they'd loved working with the pair. Alongside this, Harry and Markle's former communications secretary, Jason Knopf, famously filed an official complaint in 2018, accusing the mom of 2 of bullying her staff at Buckingham Palace. In emails leaked to the Times of London, he claimed the former suit star drove 2 personal assistants out and undermined the confidence of a 3rd staff member. Shout out to Valentine Lowe, who broke that story. It was absolutely unbelievable at the time because we were just seeing teasers for the Harry and Meghan Oprah Winfrey interview, which we could tell was going to be dramatic and that Harry and Meghan were in a fighting mood, right? A Sussex rep hit back saying, let's just call this what it is, a calculated smear campaign based on misleading and harmful misinformation. While Markle's lawyer later told the BBC what bullying actually means is improperly using power repeatedly and deliberately to hurt someone physically or emotionally. The Duchess of Sussex has absolutely denied doing that. That said, she wouldn't want to negate anyone's personal experiences. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's if Meghan is allowed to thrust her truth into the media, then why can't these people that feel like they've been traumatized by their experiences with her? The results of the palace's probe have never been made public, but Knopf, who is now the CEO of the Earthshot Prize, launched by Harry's brother Prince William, recently told 60 Minutes Australia that he wouldn't change a thing about raising his concerns. Markle debuted a rosé wine on Tuesday on what would have been Princess Diana's 64th birthday, a move which did not go unnoticed by fans and royal experts.
The Sussexes might spin this as a cost-saving measure or a shift toward a leaner structure, but it's hard not to see it as a symptom of deeper issues: ego, control, and the inability to delegate or trust. At some point, the PR sheen wears off, the Netflix deals run out, and the only thing left is a reputation you've built with the people who actually know you. Right now, that reputation looks, well, not great.
Here's a quote from me. It says, a source close to the royal household told me it's not lost on Prince William that Meghan has launched an alcohol brand on his mother's birthday, the very mum he lost in a drink driving tragedy, royal reporter Kinsey Schofield told The Sun. Harry, meanwhile, is concentrating on his philanthropic endeavors. Again, where? And trying to mend fences with his estranged family. Again, where? Including his cancer-stricken father, King Charles. In May, he spoke out yet again about his family rift after losing his fight for government-funded security for his family in the UK. I would love reconciliation with my family, Harry told the BBC. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. Oh my gosh, everybody that I talked to could not believe that last sentence. The Telegraph reported there are some moves within the palace to bring Harry and Charles together, claiming that Harry, Markle, and their two children, I'm not even going to say Prince, Archie and Lily, are being included within Charles's funeral plans. I hate this story and I hate talking about it. I feel like every monarch, they do a run through and they do planning for this type of thing. They have to. I just think it's foul that we talk about it so much. I don't like us, and I'm particularly sensitive about it with the king having cancer, I guess. Regardless of what happens with their Netflix deal, a TV producer told Page Six, I can see Meghan's show coming back for a third season easily. People just love to hate her. All right, well, based on that story, again, that headline really being Prince Harry and Meghan reportedly reducing staff to save money, I want to read you some quotes from a message I received from one of Harry and Meghan's former employees. And I want to protect their identity, so I've left out a significant amount of details. I've left out a lot of what they're saying to me. I just wanted you to get a little insight into this person's experience. So I signed a very tight NDA, and it's been really hard keeping quiet about my experience, says my source. Watching and hearing Meghan portray herself as a victim while I am still experiencing issues after leaving her employment is really difficult. Due to my role in her home, I spent a lot of time with Meghan Markle, and the way she treated me can only be described as dehumanizing. But, of course, it didn't start out that way. Her mask dropped after 6 weeks. The source says, I don't know why I'm writing this, because if she found out, I would be destroyed. But I just wanted to confirm that everything you and Maureen have said about Meghan Markle is spot on. My experience with Harry was wonderful, and he always treated me with kindness and respect. The only problem with your and other reporting is the true number of staff turnover. You only hear about the professional positions, but the household staff departures are much higher. It actually became kind of comical because during a certain period, it felt like every week there was something new, someone new who left, says my source. I put up with so much more than anyone should or would have, due to my respect for the royal family. Harry was so lovely to me and genuinely tried to help me in a lot of ways. He treated me wonderfully. He also did not see the most egregious behavior because it always happened when he wasn't around. I don't think he's fully aware of how Meghan treats people because he doesn't always see it. But when he did, he stepped in. And I will always be grateful for that. I feel like I've said way too much, says my source, but I really wanted to thank you for your reporting. It probably sounds strange, but I felt validated when the Hollywood Reporter reported about the bullying of staff. The way we are/were treated is not normal. And I'm glad that people have started speaking out. I wanted to let you know the household staff turnover is way more than her professional staff turnover. One thing, says my source, I do want to correct is that in my experience, Meghan was and is a wonderful mother. She is very involved and very loving with her kids. She really does make the family breakfast every morning, but sadly leaves all the dishes for the help. And she does do the school run the majority of the time, or at least she did when I was there. I just wanted to clear up that part about her as a mother, because that really is her only redeeming quality. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. So the verdict is in. Meghan, great mom, crap boss.
If this page 6 story is accurate, and Kinsey Schofield sources to be believed, Harry and Meghan are facing not just financial strain, but a credibility crisis. They can't keep blaming leaks or smear campaign forever when the pattern keeps repeating itself. Still, it's worth noting that the insider did give Meghan one genuine compliment, her devotion as a mother. Maybe that's where she's her most authentic self. But when it comes to managing people, running a brand, or navigating fame, the cracks keep showing. The bottom line, you can change your title, your country, and your PR team, but you can't outrun bad leadership. And right now, it sounds like Montecito might be a very beautiful place to live, but not such a great place to work. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think or what you want to see next.